My name is Liezl from Liezl Loves Books, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I'm just a girl who likes reading romance, romantasy, paranormal, fantasy, any kind of book in general. And I also happen to have cerebral palsy, and it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I also hope watching my videos can make your day just a little bit brighter. Today's video is going to be a why choose romance recommendation video. I have read all of these books, but the last book on this list is a book on my TBR. It's going to be a mix of romantasy, contemporary, omegaverse, paranormal, why choose romances. Ravage. It's the newest why choose book that I've read recently, and it is the reason why I'm making this video. The concept of Ravage is a X-Men why choose romance, and I'll explain. In the story, there is this dark organization stealing kids with powers and brainwashing them into using their powers. They think it's for a good reason, but eventually they learn it's for bad reasons. And we're following this group. We have the heroine and four guys. They're there when they are children, and they escape when they're older. But the girl, the guy, they had a falling out for reasons, and I can't say what it is because it will be a spoiler. But since they escape the dark organization, the heroine and the guys vowed to take this organization down and help people like them. One day, the heroine and the guys have the same target, so they are back in each other's lives. I love this book. It was so fast-paced. This audiobook has told in duet narration style. It had the who's who of male narrators: Jason Clark, Jacob Morgan, Christian Fox, J.F. Harding. I always forget the last guy. The guys' voices. And the female narrators are great too. I just don't remember their names. But if you're gonna read this book, I highly suggest the audiobook. As soon as I finished this book, I told my friend Jess from Honest Fiction I think she would like this book. The Soulful Seas duet by Blake Black. We're following this heroine who has the ability to see ghosts. She is trying to have a fresh start because her grandmother, who can also see ghosts, she has died. So there's nothing left for her in town. She wants to get away from all the bad memories, and she goes to this small town that has a lot of boats in the area. And then she sees this male ghost, and for whatever reason, he keeps talking to her and popping up in her line of sight. And then she gets entangled, and that ghost is three other brothers who are alive. So it's her romance with all of the brothers, including the ghost. Tortured Omega series by Mary Magdalene. The first book is called Tortured Omega, and we're following the heroine who is an Omega, who has no set match, but she has been with the Rogan Pact for almost 5 years, and the Rogan Pact tells her if we don't find our set mate by the 5th year, we'll make you our permanent Omega. And in this world, if you make someone your permanent Omega, you cannot find your set match because you're already mated. So one day they take her to the zoo. She thinks this is going to be it. This is going to be the day that they claim her as to be their official Omega. But then they sit her down and tell her that they found their true fated mate. They want her and their fated mate to be in the pack together. You can assure that causes problems because when there's an argument between her and their fated mate, because of that instinctual bond, they're always gonna choose their fated mate. This omegaverse Why Choose Romance was so angsty. It was so good. I did not know who she was going to pick. Even in the second book, claimed Omega, I did not know who she was going to pick. I read the bestie book reviews. It was so good. And I know the author is writing more books in this universe. Rodeo and Juliet. This is a small town omegaverse. This is about the heroine who has a one-night stand with an alpha. She gets pregnant. She raises the baby by herself. It's a little girl, and she is trying to get her rodeo career back on track. And a new pack comes to town, and in that pack happens to be her daughter's father, the person she had a one-night stand with. But in his pack is also her ex-childhood best friend and her daughter's father's brother. So it's them trying to form a pack together, and the dad trying to get to know his daughter, and also her trying to see if she can forgive her ex-childhood best friend. It was so good. The audiobook was great. But what stole the show for me was the heroine's daughter. Blackened series by Liezl, and we're following this heroine who is in a magical prison for magical beings, and she dies. And after she dies, she gets sent back like 10 years into the past before she was ever placed in the prison. And she gets sent back to the time she is in the magical academy, and she knows she was sent back to the past, and she's going to get revenge on the people that put her in the prison in the first place. But along the way, she meets this group of guys that are part of her Why Choose relationship. The latest book in the series just got put on audio, and the author just revealed the title for the next book in the series, and I'm so excited. Cursed Legacy series by Morgan B. Lee. We're following this heroine who infiltrates a magical academy for magical people for reasons, and she is found out as a caster, and in this world casters are the center to a Why Choose group, and they get put on the stage, and the heroine discovers who her people are in her pack, who turn out to be like the bad boys in school, and she straight out rejects all of them. She said, I don't have time for any of you, but these men that are chosen to be her group are not backing down. Her Vicious Beast by E.P. Bali. We're following this healer who has a terrible father. Her father is a snake shifter. And one day her father tells her to go on this prison to heal a certain person. She goes to this prison to heal that person. It turns out that one of those people is her fated mates, and she also finds two of her other fated mates in that prison, and she goes on the run from her fated mates because there is this prophecy about when she finds her fated mate. This is the prequel, so she goes on the run from them, and they end up in the same academy. And I cannot wait for the last book to come out on audio because I've read this whole series via audio. The book on my TBR is called Tortured Soul. I'll not pronounce the author's name. I'll leave the author's name over here. I put this on my TBR because I saw someone on Instagram saying if you like the Thai series by Jay Bree, you will love her Tortured Soul, so I immediately added this book to my list. Those are all the recommendations I have for why I choose romances. Please let me know if you have read any of these books. I would love to know. All these books are on Kindle Unlimited. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Liking this video will help me out a lot. And I'll see you Friday. Bye.